Crafty people, I am here with a set of cards I'm super excited about. And I'm going to start with this one. And I have a globe, I guess you call this a globe, like a shaker globe stencil, but it's harder because I have to trace all of it. So I just thought I can figure this out. So these are all handmade, and I did them twice so that they're backed double, and that way they're perfectly sturdy. The other day I colored all the skin on about 20 Tildas, Christmas Tildas, so that they were ready to go when I picked papers and such. So this is the one I started with. And you can see I put a bow across, and I wanted it to look, what do you call it? Do you call this rustic? With the craft paper and the, do you call this craft ribbon? I don't know. This little bow on top of the red bow. I had these burlap flowers from Michael's. I need to stop at Michael's and get some more flowers. I mean, I have wild orchid craft flowers, but I really like the burlap ones. These were some in my stash, some sprigs from Hobby Lobby from last year, some berry sprays I have had in my stash. And this is just a, what do you call that? Like a felt sentiment. And it's, had some glitter sprinkled on it. And that I picked up at Michael's last year as well. I did go ahead and put some red lace around the edge. And that pops up on some pearl trim. And there is a nice area to write your personal message. Okay. Let's go to this one. All right. Love doing these wintry blue snowflakey cards a lot. So inside obviously is your shaker bits. Oh my goodness, I forgot to show you. This one has shaker stuff in it too. This one actually was the biggest one. And then I decided to go with a smaller, let me show you. So I did go smaller on the rest of the cards because I just thought that one was too big. And it took too much shaker bits. And, I probably should have put more in there. But anyway, I really love, I have had this trim for about 6 or 8 months. And I thought it went really nicely to outline the shaker globe. And then I did put a little bit of white lace behind it. And I just layered snowflakes. And I put in some like twigs that have like this little icy looking stuff on it. And you just get that at, I got that at Joann's. Really cheap. Like $1.99 for a big sprig, and you can cut it down and use it probably 50 times. I did put some little trim at the bottom. I love how that, to me, that looks kind of icicle-y. That's not a word, I know. And then I did put some pearls across the blue trim, a little bit of lace, and then if I get rid of this glue string, there's a nice sentiment area. So that's card number 2. All right, let's go back to traditional colors. And I'll show you this one. Yes, we have a Magnolia Tilda Santa. She's made by, the same artist who does Magnolia. And love the little Santa so much. So I had this in my stash. And I was actually inspired by this paper here. But this is a little wood piece that I got at Michael's a couple years ago, and it's been sitting in my stash. I thought I would use it in a mini album, but decided that, having Santa there and the numbers counting down to the days, and then we got our shaker bits, more of those burlappy flowers and berries and some red burlap ribbon. And I did add more kind of a burlap trim in the background, and then I layered this red and green, and I used the same red and green there, and voila, card number 3. All right. Our last card is this one here. Ooh, I love it. So, yeah, these flowers here are also Michael's from last year. I'm gonna stop today. I'm gonna have to. And, you know, I put these little more of these sprays. I picked these up at Michael's, I remember. And, this paper, you're gonna want to know where the paper came from. Honestly, I don't know. Something in my stash. When you say my stash, it sounds like mustache, and I don't have a mustache. Oh, I'm feeling kind of silly this morning. Anyway, it's got blue and silver and gold in it. So obviously I pulled out the gold and wanted to make that pop. I put a little lace around the edge and then this braided gold trim. And then this trim here at the bottom with a kind of like a little skirt underneath it. My sweet little Tilda. And I did a little stickling on her sparkly stuff. This is actually an ornament. And it was a really good price. It was a set of 3 at Hobby Lobby. I thought about breaking off that little loop, but I was afraid I was going to destroy that whole piece. So I decided it wasn't that big a deal and I left it. So inside I have silver and gold stars and clear and white shaker bits and little gold beads, and it's perfect. And she pops up on this gold pearls and some white trim, and there's your sentiment area. All right, guys, I am having so much fun creating these globe cards that I'm going to show you what I've got waiting in the wings. This is the stack that I've already got my acetate in there. And these are ready to start creating a ton more. So that's what's going to happen. There's a whole bunch more. A whole bunch. Look at this one, guys. Look. I can't wait to do that one. All right. So that's what's coming up. And I hope you enjoyed these. They are for sale on eBay. I will put the link in the description box down below. I promise if you're interested, you need to hurry because my card lady has been snatching them up. All right. Have a happy, scrappy day, and I'll see you soon.